Alright. First and foremost, Rakataya Hawa, Rakataya Hawa Shai, Rakataya Hawa, Rakataya Hawa Shai, Rakataya Hawa, Rakataya Hawa Shai. First and foremost, all praises to Hawa, Bashim, Yao Shai, Bashim, Harakakodash, double on the Saw forces and elders at the stone and salutation to the elect region of Scatterpoint of 4,500. Alright, go to bar here, we're gonna call out Trini Camp, a quick lesson. Alright, this is a quick lesson tonight, from the quick lesson, just to highlight an article that come out. Because there is spirit and vibration in the air, this place is done. America is done. Babylon is true. Right? So this one bring a little really quick. Right? Alright, this is the Russia Insider. Right? Russia Insider. World ready for US collapse as empire hemorrhages. Right? Gold, oil, and credibility. Right? If I remember correctly, the word hemorrhage means to bleed out. Right? So the world ready for the US collapse as empire hemorrhages gold, oil, and credibility. Right? So the first before I even proceed, Kalalali Habashin Yao Shai, Hashem Harakako Dash. This place is
That's right.
is about to make his return. Right? And make good on his word and his promise. Right? To destroy America off of the face of planet Earth. Right? And Esau and Edom. Right? This is Nahum chapter 3. Nahum chapter 3, and you can start probably at 1.
Nahum
chapter 3 and start at 1.
The book of Nahum. I just know. 1 minute. Nahum chapter 3 and verse 1. Woe to the bloody city! It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departed
so
not.
War means what?
Destruction.
Alright, so war means what? Destruction, right? War means destruction. Right? The bloody city represents America. Right? Go ahead.
The prey departed not. The noise of whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpse.
Corpse, like dead bodies, right?
Corpse. They stumble upon their corpse.
Right, they stumble upon their corpse because there's going to be mass death, right? There'll be mass death. The other night, about 2 or 3 nights back, I had a dream where I saw the destruction. It was televised, right? It was televised. It was great death. It was confusion, right? I mean, I don't know if it's time to bring out that dream, but I know I saw the dream was televised. I saw Edomites on the screen, on the television. They said World War III broke out, and there were plenty Edomites just looking, at screens. I think it was like Times Square, probably just watching on the screens. And same time they was watching on the screens, I was watching on a TV, and I was watching on like a old TV. Well, I'll call it a old TV because we call it a big back tube TVs now. That's a flat screen. And all these Edomites was looking up at the screen in the like watching what I was watching them, and they was watching up at this news on the screen. At the same time, now all these Edomites, the missile hit. I was like, when I did World War III break out, where the missiles? I was watching the Edomites. I was watching on like a news. And at the same time, now the missile hit, and all these Edomites that was watching up at the screen, it was like an X-ray, a big flash of light. It was like an X-ray. All their faces turns the skull, and then I saw emerging from the bottom of the screen, scrolling up, was the face of the devil with horns, right? And I heard a voice say, "It's Satan," and he and all burnt up. Right? And behind in the dream, behind the television was what? A window. And same time now I saw this is back here, and I saw a missile hit. I saw the mushroom cloud fly. I didn't clearly see the missile hit. I saw the mushroom cloud go up right here locally, and I run to the window and I saw the big ass mushroom cloud. And I started to scream, Kalalali, how about you? I woke up out of the dream of that, right? So they say what the bloody city, which is America. This is Ezekiel 22, verse 2, right? This article is totally Russia Insider, right? The first part of the article is going into the author, right? All love is one of our favorite essays on Russia, or one of our favorite essays on Russia, and all sorts of other things. He moved to the US as a child and lives in the Boston area. Now, essays is just somebody who writes plenty essays or writes good essays, right? He's one of the better known thinkers. The New Yorker has dubbed the dystopians in an excellent 2009 profile, along with James Howard, cons, you know, another regular contributor to RI Archive, right? These theorists believe that modern society is headed for a jarring and painful crack up, and that is correct, right? Because hey, you all believe this by what? By different analysis and different trends. We believe this because the scripture says so. It says he is best known for the 2011 book comparing Soviet and American collapses. He thinks America's will be worse. He is a prolific author on a wide array of subjects, and you can see his work by searching him on Amazon. He has a large following on the web and on Patreon, and we urge you to support him there. Support him there, as Russia's Insider does. Right? His current project is organizing the production of affordable houseboats for living on. He lives on a boat himself. If you haven't discovered his work yet, please take a look at his archives of the articles on RI. Right? They are real treasure, full of invaluable insight in both the US and Russia and how they are related. Some ironies are just too precious to pass by. The 2016 US presidential elections, right? Select about that. The US presidential election gave us Donald Trump, right? I read them again. Some ironies are just too precious to pass by. The 2016 US presidential elections gave us Donald Trump, a reality TV star whose famous tagline from his show, The Apprentice, was "You are fired." Focus on this tagline. It is all that is important to this story. Some Trump derangement disorder sufferers might disagree, right? It says this is because they are laboring under certain misapprehensions that the US is a democracy or that it matters who is president. It isn't, and it doesn't. By this point, the choice of president matters as much as the choice of a conductor for the band that plays aboard a ship as it vanishes beneath the waves. You see, and we have been saying this for far so long through the spirit, right? And the elites are controlling world, right? Presidents are appointed, not elected, right? The elites set up the presidents, right? That is quick precept again now. Ezekiel 22, verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Now thou son of man, will thou judge the bloody city? Yea, thou shalt show all her abominations. Right? So
That's right.
nations, they know all the abominations of this wicked place called America, which is spiritually known as Babylon and what? Egypt, Sodom, you know? You have been made out, right? It says, I have made these points continuously since before Trump. If you have a precept, you can bring it out. I think I have a little bit more meat in you, 3 2, right? I have made these points continuously since before Trump got into office. Whether or not you think that Trump was actually elected, he did get in somehow. And there are reasons to believe that this had something to do with his wonderfully refreshing "You are fired" tagline. It says it's a fair guess that what motivated people to vote for him was their ardent wish that somebody would come along and fire all the miscreants and infest Washington D.C. and surrounding areas.
mm,
Alas, he couldn't do, Salakia. Figurehead leaders are never granted the authority to dismantle the political establishment that installed them. But that is not to say that it could not be done at all. Because it goes to show how much power he had because he came in with that attitude, right? He said he was going to
ah,
build a wall. He said he put a ban, I think it was on Muslims and all these different things. And then what? He was very radical when he came in, but then what? The court, they actually put a pin in him. They put a pause in him of the Supreme Court. I don't know if it was a ban. I can't remember was it ban on the Muslims coming into America, or if it was with the whole wall incident. But the
ah,
Supreme Court they showed him just how much power he had, and the Supreme Court had more power than the president. So it goes to show
ah,
you that America is weak, right? And as the title says, the empire is hemorrhaging. It is about to collapse. Right? Says what happened instead was that the political establishment spent 2 years crashing about in search of a reason to say you're fired to Trump, but has been unable to find one. And so Trump remains in office, although to say that he remains in power would be invite sardonic laughter from anyone who knows what real political power smells like.
ah,
The system fails to dispose Trump, right? And it goes on. I mean, the article, there's plenty meat inside there, right? I don't think I want to go through all of it. It says, I want to bring this part out. Americans are not ready for what's coming. This may seem like a shocking news. Someone who's been exposed solely to mass media in the U.S. and other Anglophone countries or in the EU. Well, it may be shocking, but it's definitely not news. None of these developments is particularly new, and none of them is unforeseen. You see, because the analysis will have all the trending of this
ah,
of the empire going down, right? And hey, as I said earlier, just remind me of Star Wars, right? Because the
ah,
Jedi was fighting against the Empire, and the Jedi go back to Judah, right? And the Empire going down. What happened in the
ah,
end? The kind of moon shit that is building, it get blown up, right? It says and it goes to show that these directors and things they know the scriptures because the end was at the beginning. Star Wars, the very first episode, and the only movie that came after was a reversal from it started at the end and it go back to the beginning. That's like how Yahweh said in the scriptures. He said, I'm gonna tell you the end at the beginning. You understand?
and
So these devils know what's
ah,
about to happen. Right?
ah,
I see the feedback getting cut up, so I don't know if he's gonna mess with the stream. It says the high level of denial of all the above issues in Washington, which has been ground zero to powerful expression of unreality and Western media generally, is un, unsurprising, nor is it helpful. Upon finding these things out for yourself, you may be tempted to shout about them from rooftops. This, I dare say, would be inadvisable. The proper thing to do with people who insist on remaining in denial is to humor them and to run out the clock and any games they try to play with you, and then politically bid them adieu. Indeed, this is what we are seeing. Nobody particularly wants to negotiate with US officials, but they do so anyway because, as every crisis negotiator knows, it is essential to keep talking, even if simply to stall for time. While we are talking, the hostages to Wall Street, to the Pentagon, to the US Treasury, and the Federal Reserve are quietly being evacuated. Time is running out for the US, and once it has run out, what we will hear in the supreme twist of irony is the whole world telling the US, you're fired.
Khan,
Kala- Power by
Kali,
now, shut,
Sha,
right? You have a precept?
Come. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12. You see, I'll
That's
read verse
right.
9 and then I'll read verse 9 and then verse 12. He say, woe to him that covet an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish the city by iniquity.
Done.
Um,
Yeah,
if
tell
I
us.
may say that,
What you have built a city by iniquity, right?
can,
You rape, you rob, you murder, you lie, deceit, you oppress up to this very day, right? And you ain't changing. You're a proud man. You ain't changing for nothing. You're being exposed. The nations know who you are. These
can,
nations know who you are. The Most High said He's going to uncover your nakedness,
that's
right?
right. Right.
This is Jeremiah 22 and 13. You finished yet?
Yeah, go ahead. I want more for you, but go ahead.
Jeremiah 22 and 13. Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, and his chambers by wrong, that useth his neighbor's service without wages, and giveth him not for his work. And who's the neighbor that he uses? He uses the Negroes, right? The so-called
Uh,
Negroes, the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, right? You know, yeah, you even use some of the Native Americans because when the brothers was going into the building of New York, right? It was the Native Americans who was building, helping build them skyscrapers, and they was doing it to the marvel of Edomites without harness. They was running up on them beams, right? You know, you use it by the surface without service without wages, right? Jake as slaves, the cotton field, right? The plantations, the different sugarcane plantations, you use it for the wages, yo. So war, destruction. So you have a lot to pay for, and you're going to pay for it. The most high going to cash in, right? Go ahead, Al. Go ahead, Al. Ah,
this is as I talk about it. Yeah, can here yeah. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 13. Behold, is it not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity? For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, as the waters cover the sea.
uh, this is
Huh?
Malachi chapter. All right, you can go ahead and break it down.
No,
This is
what going on
Malachi.
is that again? A lot of people so hardly hear that.
Oh, snap. All right, well, I write up on the mic. Uh, we'll continue as best as we could. This is Malachi chapter 3, verse 5. And I will come near to you to judgment, and I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers, and against the adulterers, and against false swearers, and against those that oppress the hireling in his wages, the widow, and the fatherless, and that turn aside the stranger from his right, and fear not me, saith Yahweh of hosts. Right? So quick and speedy judgment is coming to Babylon, coming to Esau and Edom and his kingdom. Right? You there?
Uh, uh, I want to hear. I want to hear, man.
Can't.
As I said earlier about the dream, because this going to happen. This going to happen. The prophets of the Lord see it, right? This is Matthew 24 and verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, no ever shall be, because this is the great destruction that the Bible speaks of, according to Revelation chapter 8, with the woe, and woe. The third war is about to come, and this is going to be the worst, as the scripture said. And through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the Most High, give us his hopefully elect men, the wisdom, the understanding. And Big Brother brought out a precept yet last night in Daniel, to form new divisions. to understand, and the prophets represents Daniel. Go ahead, big brother.
Alright. It says Psalms 10 and 13. Wherefore do the wicked condemn contempt the Most High. He had said in his heart, thou will not require it. And he surely is going to require it. You're going to be judged for it, for the wickedness that you're doing on the planet Earth. Right? The Most High expose you amongst these other nations, and these other nations have the same power as you have. They're ready to, they're about just, you had enough of your wickedness. You understand? You're huffing and puffing, trying to blow everybody's house
Yeah,
down. But you're not watching
yeah,
your own back door. That's why Trump's trying to build that wall. But guess what? The judgment's still gonna come. No?
yeah, yeah. I have a quick one for
It
you,
says Psalms
Bakucha.
160, sorry, Psalms 119 and 160. Thy word is true from the beginning, and every one of thy righteous judgment enjoyed forever. So the Most High already prescribed your judgment, which is what destruction by ICBM, thermonuclear missiles, right? The heaven's going to be rolled up like a scroll from 200,000 missiles, 200 million missiles that are going to what destroy Babylon, America, right? That's that. That's that's the end of the script for Babylon, right? What
Yeah, yeah. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 15. That which had been is now, and that which is to be had already been. And Yahweh Hashem Yahushua require that which is past. So you know, as big brother
Mhm.
Buran read earlier on in Psalms, the Lord require all your wickedness. And guess what going to happen to you? This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 13. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he paid not before Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You understand? He is going to be as a
Ah,
shadow, thus says the Lord, because the Lord said it even clearer, right, in Psalms 37, verse 10. And it reads, for yet, I'll start from verse 9. For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, they shall inherit the earth. For yet a little while,
ah,
and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be found. It shall not be. You understand? And as the brother Bora saying here, hey, this is the end. America not ready for what's coming. And that's right. You understand? You prideful Edomites gonna fall completely.
ah.
That's it for me there. Go through.
This is going back to Nehum.
Brother,
Let me see if I get it. Yeah, I'm right here. Oh snap! Like, all right. You hear me still? You hear me still?
Khan,
Right. It says Nehum chapter 3 verse 4. Because of
Khan,
because of the multitude of the whoredom
you hear me?
of the well-favored harlot, the mistress,
Ah,
the mistress of witchcraft that setteth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. Oh snap! Wow! Like I'm not even controlling the screen anymore. This is what so it has to be messing up with my stuff.
right now I not hardly
I
hear
didn't
me
even
on my
click all
side
these
too.
things. Yeah, I not even clicking all these things. Wow, all this that's going on here, I'm not doing this.
This devil boy.
Right now. You hear me? You hear me?
Augustine GMS or if they come off screen,
Right.
Khan, I hear you.
Right. It says
Yeah,
what? I'm going to read it back again. Nahum chapter 3,
Your song and
verse
soft
4.
now.
Rebuke Satan in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Rebuke Satan in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Nahum chapter 3, verse 4. It says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft that selleth nations, through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft, behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and I will set thee as a gazing stock. And it shall come to pass that they that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh is laid waste. Who will bemoan her? When shall I seek comforters for thee? Art thou not better than Pompilus? No, that was situate among the rivers that had the waters round about it, whose rampart was the sea, and her wall was from the sea. Right? Um, yeah. So America is just all exposed. These nations, we all hip to the wickedness. The Most High made good on His words. Right? Even analysis from all
Uh,
these different countries. I mean, it's plain to see these nations just um they just bucking up. The brothers and the two witnesses, the men of valor, they did a Yapa video yesterday, right? Was showing that first what Russia was singing that song, what the niggas asleep, of course they in America, and then now China is singing a song about that America's not gonna win that trade war, right? It's an old song revamped from the 60s, right? These nations are not afraid of America anymore, right? Because they just hip to all the wickedness, hip to the tricks, hip to the folk tongue devil, right? And they have the same amount of power. So guess what? They're not afraid. This is
uh,
this is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 5. They come from a far countries, right? From the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
from the Almighty.
America, right?
Uh,
You have something up?
yeah, one quick precept here as I talk about all the nations ancient nakedness. Isaiah 47 verse 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So hey, your nakedness is being
Yeah.
seen. And that what the scripture said in Isaiah chapter 14. And weak as us, because so like, where's your big brother? Ah,
I freezing.
seeing that. I ain't hearing ya. But hey, still I ain't getting no audio from you at all. I just seen your lip moving. Yahushai, Bahashem, Makar Kodash, double honors unto the apostles and others of great millstone who do you well. Peace and blessing to the saints that are came many elect. This is the brother Buru and brother Kwana from GMS camp of Trinidad, who was listening to the point unto the Akim. I cannot hear you. I ain't hearing you at all. I ain't getting no volume. I ain't getting anything. Ah, I want to call on your phone.